I first discovered this Bengali vegetarian delicacy through my husband, who spent his childhood in Kolkata. And ever since, it has found a permanent place in my heart as well. I am talking about the irresistibly flavorful and spicy aloo dum, the Bengali cousin of dum aloo, traditionally enjoyed with koraishutir kochuri, a soft, delicate puri stuffed with freshly ground green peas that are abundant during the winter months. This is an ideal cozy winter Sunday meal in my home, indulgent enough to make an afternoon nap feel absolutely deserved. So let's step into the cozy kitchenette to make this mouth-watering combination. To make the sabzi, we will first begin by thoroughly washing the baby potatoes. I have taken about 750 grams of potatoes which serve around 3 to 4 people. After washing them, we will pressure cook them for about 4 to 5 whistles. We will add a pinch of salt at the time of pressure cooking the potatoes. Once the potatoes are boiled, peel them and let them cool for 15 to 20 minutes. An important tip here is that the potatoes should not get overly mushy and soft while pressure cooking, as we are going to shallow fry them later, and overcooked potatoes tend to break while frying them in the oil. Once the potatoes have cooled, take a few tablespoons of cooking oil in a kadai. I have used sunflower oil here, and shallow fry the potatoes in batches of 8 to 10 until they are slightly brown on the outside. We will now prepare the gravy for the sabzi. In a mixer jar, add 2 medium-sized roughly chopped onions, 2 medium-sized roughly chopped tomatoes, 3 to 4 garlic cloves, 1 small piece of ginger, 3 green chilies, and blend this into a smooth puree and add little water if needed at the time of blending. In a kadai, add 2 tablespoons of any cooking oil of your choice. This sabzi is traditionally made in mustard oil. However, since I find it a bit overpowering in taste, I have mixed 1 tablespoon each of mustard oil and sunflower oil. Once the oil is hot, add a bay leaf and a small piece of cinnamon stick, followed by half teaspoon of hing and the blended onion and tomato puree, and saute this for 2 to 3 minutes. What makes the Bengali aloo dum different from its Punjabi or Kashmiri version is its texture and style of gravy. Instead of being creamy or runny, the gravy here is just enough to coat each potato in a thick aromatic layer of spices. Now cover and let this simmer for about 4 to 5 minutes at medium flame for the gravy to thicken until the oil separates on the sides of the kadai. We will now season this with salt, followed by 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of dhania powder, and 1 teaspoon of garam masala. Mix this well to combine the dry spices with the gravy. Now add the shallow fried baby potatoes to this and mix well so that the potatoes get nicely coated in the gravy. Cover and cook this for about 5 minutes. The gravy has now thickened beautifully, coating the potatoes and making them flavorful from inside out. We will complete this by garnishing the sabzi with fresh coriander leaves. Let's move on to making the Korai Kochari to be served with the aloo tom. This tastes best when made using fresh peas and hence is mostly made during winters. However, if you do not have fresh peas, you can also make this with the frozen ones. We will begin by washing the green peas thoroughly in water and transfer them into a blender jar along with 2 to 3 green chilies, a small piece of ginger, and a handful of fresh coriander leaves. Blend this into a fine mixture by adding very little water if required. Now in a kadai, add 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. Once the oil is hot, add half a teaspoon of kalonji or nigella seeds and let them splutter. Add 1/4 teaspoon of hing followed by the peas mixture. Mix it well and season with some salt to taste. And saute this until the peas mixture has cooked well and turned dry enough to be stuffed inside the puri. Let this cool completely. We will now prepare the dough for the kachori. In a bowl, add 2 cups of maida. You can also replace this with whole wheat flour. To this, add 1 tablespoon of ghee, salt to taste, and knead a soft dough using warm water. Let the dough rest for about 15 to 20 minutes. Once the peas mixture has cooled completely, we will roll out the puri from the dough prepared. And stuff the peas mixture in it and fold and roll it again into a semi-thick puri. Heat oil in a kadai and fry the puri until they become brown on both sides. At the time of frying, the oil needs to be hot for the kochuris to puff up nicely. You will see that the puri is light and airy from the outside and has a thin lining of the mildly spiced pea stuffing inside. Serve these piping hot kocheries with aloo dom and enjoy. If you like this recipe, follow our page for more such delicious and soul satisfying recipes. Thank you for watching.